to biology, the science study of life. One surviving range of lepidosaurs is represented by two species of lizard-like reptiles called totara. Totara relatives lived at least 220 million years ago, and they thrived on many continents well into the Cretaceous period, reaching up to a meter in length. Today, however, totara are found only on 30 islands off the coast of New Zealand when humans arrived in New Zealand 750 years ago. The rats that accompanied them devoured totara eggs, eventually eliminating the reptiles on the main islands. The totara that remain on the outlying islands are about 50 centimeters long and feed on insects, small lizards, and bird eggs and chicks. They can live to be over 100 years old. Their survival depends on whether their remaining habits are kept rat-free. The other major living range of lepidosaurs are the sequamates, like lizards and snakes. Lizards are the most numerous and diverse reptiles apart from bears alive today. Most lizards are small. The Georgia lizards discovered in the Dominican Republic in 21 is only 16 millimeters long, small enough to fit comfortably on a dime. In contrast, the Komodo dragon of Indonesia can reach a length of 3 meters. It hunts deer and other large prey, delivering deadly bacteria with its bite. As its wounded prey dies of the infection, the lizard slowly stalks it. Snakes are legless lepidosaurs that evolved from lizards, closely related to the Komodo dragon, as shown in this figure. Despite their lack of legs, snakes are quite proficient at moving on land, most often by producing waves of lateral bending that pass from head to tail. Force exerted by the bends against solid objects pushes the snake forward. Snakes can also move by gripping the ground with their belly scales at several points along the body, while the scales at intervening points are lifted slightly off the ground and pulled forward. Snakes are carnivores, and a number of adaptations aid them in hunting and eating prey. They have acute chemical sensors, and though they lack eardrums, they are sensitive to ground vibrations, which helps them detect the movements of prey, heat detecting and heat-detecting organs between the eyes and nostrils of pit vipers, including rattlesnakes, are sensitive to minute temperature changes, enabling these night hunters to locate warm animals. Poisonous snakes inject their toxin through a pair of sharp, hollow, or grooved teeth. The flicking tongue is not poisonous but helps fan odors toward olfactory smell organs on the roof of the mouth. Loosely articulated jaws and elastic skin enable most snakes to swallow prey larger than the diameter of the snake itself. Turtles. Turtles are the most distinctive group of reptiles alive today. All turtles have a box-like shell made of upper and lower shells that are fused to the vertebrae. Clavicles, collarbones, and ribs In most species, the shell is hard, providing excellent defense against predators. The earliest fossils of turtles, dating from about 220 million years ago, have fully developed shells. Without transitional fossils to analyze the origin of the turtle shell remains a puzzle. Some paleontologists have suggested that turtle shells evolved from the dermal plates of reptiles, but other studies have linked turtles to archosaurs or lepidosaurs. The earliest turtles could not retract their head into their shell, but mechanisms for doing so evolved independently in two separate branches of turtles. The side neck turtles for their neck horizontally, while the vertically necked turtles for fold their neck vertically. Some turtles have adapted to deserts, and others live almost entirely in ponds and rivers. Still, others have returned to the sea. Sea turtles have a reduced shell and enlarged forelimbs that function as flippers. This radiation has produced the largest living turtles, the leatherbacks, which can weigh over 1,500 kilograms. Feeding on gills, they dive as deep as 60 meters. Leatherbacks and other sea turtles are endangered by fishing boats that accidentally catch them in their nets, as well as by the humans' development of the beaches where the turtles lay their eggs. Alligators and crocodiles.